Yes, guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to be discussing the art of manifestation. How do you attract anything you want into your life? All of your desires, all of the things that you think are unattainable. I'm going to be showing you the exact step-by-step framework that I use to give me a complete U-turn in my life and to allow me to bring things in I never thought were possible. Manifestation is something which I truly believe in. I don't believe in it in the way of it's just you sit in a room and you think about things that you want to bring into your life. But I do think there is a magic to it. I do think that there's been too many people, there's been too many big-time celebrities, successful people talk about the art of manifestation. And because I saw this so much, I decided to do my own homework. I realized there are things that you can do that allow you to bend reality. And if you can put enough of these things in line and combine them with big actions, it really is magic on how to change your life and how you can attract anything that you want. This is me before I kind of got into any of this stuff, right? I've been on universal credit before, so people that don't know what that is, that's when the government literally pay you to exist because you're unable to earn your own money. As you can see, I've had quite the glow up in a few ways. Not only was I not making a lot of money, I wasn't really looking after myself, and now I run a successful company, and anyone that knows me knows that I wasn't book smart at school. I was kind of put in this box of being stupid. I'm from a small town, and the guy that you're seeing in these images, this is someone that's super insecure, that's super low on confidence. I was afraid of being myself, and because myself sucked, I was actually a fucking retard. Like, this is me in my local nightclub, in my small town, spending all of the money I had buying these bottles just to impress these girls because I wasn't enough in myself. This is me, back when I was a tennis coach. I'm giving away my time. This shows exactly how much I value myself. I'm offering people free 1 hour slots of my time, of booking my life. And I just knew I had it all wrong. Now we fast forward just a few years. It's hard to believe that that same guy that you just saw, this is my current reality. That same guy with the chubby cheeks, buying the bottles in the club because he's insecure, now has a bright blue BMW A where the doors go up. Now has got a pool and lives in skyscrapers in one of the best cities in the UK. Now when it gets cold, he goes to Thailand, the tropical climate, and is getting taught multi of ex-professional fighters. This guy's buying Rolexes and is actually desirable to women. Just check that for a sec, yeah? This guy, the chubby guy, yeah? Now, she's not my girlfriend, to be fair. But we know I'm actually attractive to, fit girls. So if that guy can do it, guys, yeah, it is possible for you. However, you need to know what to do. And in this video, we're going to be going through the exact step-by-step guide on how I'm using manifestation to bend the universe to create all of these things. And if I can do it, you definitely can as well. So we're going to get good at manifesting. We need to understand what is manifestation, okay? Manifestation is when you can turn a vision into your reality. And any action that has ever been taken to change your reality is all started from here, from a thought. And this is what we're trying to reprogram our brain to do. If we can think better things through manifestation, we can then take better actions, okay? So if you look at the kind of roadmap on what it would look like to change your reality, to change your outcomes, okay? It all starts with manifestation. If we're thinking good things, we have positive thoughts, we can then take positive actions, and then that will ultimately lead to positive outcomes. Some of you aren't going to like this, but it's important that you take full accountability. Unfortunately, 95% of the things in your life right now are just a byproduct of the actions that you have taken. And those actions that you have taken are a byproduct of what? Your thoughts that you have essentially manifested, whether you're aware of it or not. We've just been programmed, so many of us, just because of our environments, the people that we're around, we just get these limiting beliefs put on us straight from the jump. They come in from school, they come in from our peers, they come in from how we speak to ourselves. And because we're so oblivious on how to speak to ourselves, on how to control our thoughts, we end up creating more and more of these limiting beliefs, which ultimately lead us to living unfulfilled lives. This is all going to be about how we're going to use manifestation to reprogram our minds, to change our beliefs on what is possible, and to give us clarity on what we really want. The main role that manifestation plays is it opens our eyes to opportunities to the things that we want. A theory which best explains this is the red car theory. If I asked you yesterday, how many red cars did you see when you walked into town? You would probably tell me 0 or 1 or 2. You wouldn't be entirely sure. But now if I said to you, okay, today when you walk into town, I want you to track how many red cars that you see. And because I've gave you something to focus on, I've gave you clarity. When you walk through in town today, because you are now looking for the red cars, you would perceive that you've seen more red cars. When in reality, we could take both of these scenarios. When you're not looking, you would perceive you don't see many red cars. When I tell you to look and focus your mind on, are there red cars around, you would perceive that you've seen more, even though they're exactly the same. Manifestation gives you focus so you can see more opportunities of the things that you want. So the more that we think about something, the more it opens our eyes and the more it allows us to see further opportunities. And with more opportunities, there comes potential for more what? Action. And with more action, that's the thing that pushes us to achieve our goals. The magic of manifestation is not just thinking about stuff and expecting it to come into fruition. The magic of manifestation really comes when you open your eyes to the amount of opportunities that are in front of you, and then combining this with big action, that's when you see the true power of it. Before we go into how I use manifestation, we need to make sure that we understand the pendulum theory, okay? A pendulum is a collective of external energies, whether that's people, whether that's just a feeling, which has the power to change how you feel, to change your thoughts. Most common pendulums that exist, these are just examples, yeah, is when you're watching the news, okay? The news is a group of people, a group of events, a group of whatever, which has the power to change how you feel. Another example might be supporting a football team, yeah? If I support Man City, that's a collective, that's a group, and they can impact how I feel. How energy even flows through to us is through frequencies, and there's essentially two types. You've got your positive frequency and your negative frequency. Manifestation works best when you're in positive frequencies, because these positive wavelengths, they can flow straight through to the things that we focus on. When we're thinking about anything bad, that's usually what stops us from taking big actions. So we're essentially just putting traffic lights in the way of us taking action, because our positive thoughts, they can't get through because they're not on the right frequency. To successfully manifest, we need to be in positive frequencies. We need to have as many positive energies go into the things that we want, flow into the things that we're actually trying to attract into our life. So in order to achieve that, we need to let go of the pendulums. Let go of anything which doesn't directly exist in your reality. Let other people worry about what's happening in these other countries. Let other people worry about a Liverpool or Man United win. Anything which has the power to disrupt your mood, understand, has the power to disrupt your thoughts. And if you're not in those right frequencies, that might be the thing which stops you from attracting the things that you truly want into your life. Life is going to have enough challenges that come in that are going to throw you off balance. Don't waste that on worrying about things which you don't have to worry about because they're not happening to you. So when someone says to you, manifest the things that you want, right, I find that quite overwhelming. So the way that I like to do it is that I've broken it down into just kind of picturing my dream day. I picture where am I, what country, what city, where am I actually based? I think about, what am I wearing? Am I wearing a nice watch? Do I have nice jewelry? What clothes am I wearing? What car am I driving? What's my job? How much money do I make? And what am I doing? I think just answering these questions, you get a lot more clarity about the things that you want versus when someone says, oh, what do you want? Yeah, it's too overwhelming. So I like to just think about it quite simply and answer these questions. So once you've answered those questions, I want you to actually take an action. Combine thinking with actions. And I want you to go on the internet and search for pictures which reflect your answers. I want you to stick it on a vision board. A vision board is just a collage of, you're not allowed to write on it, but I want you to get pictures of the things that you want to attract. And I want you to create this collage, and I want you to stick it somewhere where you are forced to see it every day, whether that's on your bedroom door, on your fridge. And that's going to be super important, because if it's somewhere that you see every day, you're going to keep reminding yourself of what you're focused on and what you want, and you're going to be taking into practice that red car theory, and your brain is going to find you opportunities or the things that you've put on that board because you're seeing it so frequently, so you know what to look for. Although the vision boards are amazing, sometimes it can be quite overwhelming, because if you want so many different things, it's just like if you're chasing two rabbits. If you try and catch two rabbits that are going in two different directions, you're going to catch no rabbits. Out of the things that you've put on your vision board, I want you to take something that you want most, or something that you want to apply the most focus to, I want you to put it as your phone background. We see our phone backgrounds over 3,000 times a day. Be very specific of what you're choosing to put on your phone background, because once it's there, you are not allowed to move it off until you get it. And this is an example of how I use this. This is me back in 2014, okay? That's over a decade ago. Me getting out of a BMW i8 with the doors that go up. That was my phone background since 2014. We're now just coming to 2025, and now I've got my own one. That was my phone background for over a decade. Now, I may not have even been aware that I was seeing that, but subconsciously, I think that's a big part of why I've got an IA. I'm not someone that's supposed to have that, and I do. I think that's because I was using manifestation. I was using these minor 1% things all to my advantage, and look, you know, there's the proof. One of the best things that I implemented last year, and I wish that I did this sooner, is learning how to do affirmations, okay? An affirmation isn't when you just say nice things about yourself. There's a specific technique to it. So, for example, if I wanted to attract more money, I don't say, I want more money. No, you have to speak as if you already have it. I would say, all of the money is coming to me. I have an abundance of money. That's important, because if you can act and you can behave as if you already have it, that means you've created space for it in your own life. So the universe has room to attract more of it to you, because you're already behaving like someone that can handle it. Yeah, the best practice is, and this is the way that I do 2 minutes. Well, I would just sit down. I guess you could call this meditation. And I just speak to myself, whether that's out loud, which I would recommend, because then you get it from like an auditive perspective as well, or you can just like do it internally in your mind. That's unrealistic for you. Some people don't like speaking to themselves. Just say it throughout the day, just whenever you've got reminders, you know, whether you're walking down the street and it's quiet, just say, all of the money's coming to me, or whatever it is that you want to attract. A good technique is that you can use physical triggers, you know, every time that you get into the car, right? Every time your bum hits the seat, boom, right? That's a trigger to say one affirmation, all of the money's coming to me. The best practice, and I don't do this one, but as if you can write it down, because writing is amazing. If you can write it down and you can also speak it out loud, you're seeing it, you're speaking it, you're hearing it, you're triggering multiple senses, and I think it's the most powerful form. We have a lot more clarity about exactly what it is that we want to attract into our life. You need to make sure that you're aligned with your desires. You know, you need to see that version of yourself that has already got those things that you've put on your vision board and you've affirmed them into your life. So now we've got them. How does that person behave? How does that person dress? How do they smile? How do they talk? Like, you need to almost become an actor of the person that already has all of those things that you want and behave like him. Because remember, if we act as if we already have, we've created space, which allows the universe to bring it to us. To do that successfully, you might have to be a little bit crazy in the mind, you know, because at this moment in time, especially if you're new into manifestation and affirming, like, you're going to be aware that you're lying to yourself, and that's okay, because you need to completely brainwash yourself into living a different reality of the current one. Most people don't know how to speak to themselves. Like, you know, we're often our worst critics. We speak to ourselves in a way which absolutely just destroys our confidence. So from now on, I don't want you to speak to yourself badly ever again. I don't want you to ever critique yourself. I don't want you to say anything, even if it's true, that you don't think is positive about yourself, because you're creating this new self-image of you. You know, what you think is what you become, is what you attract, is what your actions are from. So I only want you to be saying good things about yourself, you know, and don't be afraid to tell everybody else your goals. You know, I see loads of stuff online of, oh, like, you know, hustle in silence. Like, fuck that. That just means you're not confident about achieving it. Tell everyone, you know, tell everyone before you do it, so you've got other people to keep you accountable. And that pressure that you're putting yourself is, oh, I need to do it because I told everyone. It might be the thing which gives you that 10% extra push. The only exceptions to that is I would avoid not speaking to negative Nigel about your dreams, right? The naysayers, you know, their opinions can impact you and turn your positive thoughts into doubt, which isn't going to benefit you. It's because we're thinking every single day now, constantly, about what we want and what we want to attract into our life, you can actually become more frustrated that you don't have it right now. And that can trigger negative emotions. So by practicing gratitude, we are able to be grateful for what we have as of right now. Gratitude is the highest form of energy vibration, of positive energy vibration. So the more that you can practice gratitude, the more you're going to be able to create an environment within your mind which will allow you to manifest at the most optimal level. Real basic gratitude practice that I like to do is every night before bed, I do something called 3 good things. You just have to say 3 things that you're grateful for in a day. Now, these can't be the generic ones that you have day to day, even though often, our health and all these things is the most important. I actually want you to do this in a way which is it's just going to be super challenging and force you to be creative. If you're someone that's struggling to think of 3 things which aren't, generic things that you're grateful for in a day, you're getting so much benefit from this exercise because I want it to be hard for you to think of things. So you have to search for all of the small things that you're grateful for, and every day they can't be the same. Challenge yourself to be thinking of new ones. So the things that I've just shown you there, guys, that is all of the techniques, that is all of the methods that I use to change that complete retard at the start of the video to someone that I'm actually proud of, to someone that I do honestly feel is worthy of attracting those things. So this is going to be your challenge for the next 30 days. Can you spend 2 minutes manifesting or affirming every single day, just to yourself, talking to yourself, telling yourself good things, telling yourself that you can do it, telling yourself that you can achieve your dreams? I want you to create a vision board. I want you to put it, on your fridge or somewhere in your room where you're going to see it every single day. And I want you to change your phone background to the thing that you want most. Understand that you see that thing over 3,000 times a day, and you're going to make a commitment to yourself that whatever you put on your phone background, it has to be there forever. And if you don't achieve it, then you're just going to get a reminder every day of how much of a loser you are. And trust me, it will force you to push super hard. So I hope you took some value from that video. If you are interested in hearing more or you want to connect, make sure you reach out on Instagram and follow the channel. I'm going to be a lot more consistent posting some videos now, and we'll do quite a mixture of marketing things, mindset things, and just some general lifestyle. So, yeah, until next time, guys, big thank you.